Hey folks, welcome back to another HP Gaming GameLINK video. I am very excited today because we have just sent out a massive amount of shipments across the country. We've been receiving some pre-orders from stuff that's been on pre-order since February last year, which I can say now. It's finally time, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, and foes as well, to take out Jericho Kill for a spin as we unbox Ashes Reborn, Breaker of Fate expansion. Hey folks, welcome back. If you don't know me by now, and you should, my name is Matt and I am pumped to be able to finally bring to you an unboxing of the Breaker of Fate expansion for Ashes. Jericho Kill is here. It's in my hands. I'm so excited. And for those of you that have been waiting for this one, you know who you are. Thank you very much for your patience. We really appreciate it. There's not much more to say. This is going to be a deck for Jericho Kill along with those very highly sought after time dice. Without that being said, let's get down to the table, look at the deck building options we've got, and see what else is in the box. And there she is. Check her out. She means some serious business. Includes deck box and 10 dice. Yes, well, we know all about that. This one has been on delay since February of 2021, which has just been insane. The wait on this has been crazy. It's been delayed. To make matters worse, one of our distribution partners, I will not say which one, accidentally had one of their staff say that it had been receipted in and that it had arrived on shore here in Australia. Plastic, of course, goes on the floor. So I, in a mad panic, went to all my people who had ordered and said, yes, it's coming in. It's going to be arriving soon. How fantastic is that? A good 3 months early, and then got told literally later that afternoon, no, that was an error on our part, we stuffed up. Yeah, messy business. I just have to say, Plaid Hat have just made the artwork. I mean, I know the artwork was pre-existing, etc., but it's so good. I just don't think this game is getting the love it deserves here in Australia. I think people are slowly coming back to it, but there's just so much. The reactionary style of gameplay, I think, was overshadowed a little bit by FFG's Star Wars Destiny. But having said all that, we got the dice there as well, which is awesome. Symbols for the dice. Ooh, I'm digging the colour of the box. That's very cool. Yes, I think it was overshadowed a little bit by Star Wars Destiny, that same sort of reaction system. But Ashes was first. See, now this is a thing of beauty. The deck boxes for the Song of Soak's End and the Lore of Lions were grey and white, respectively. Unless I got that around the wrong way, excuse me. But this one here matches the Phoenixborn Master Set, or the Reborn Master Set, which is just awesome. Now, you will have to give me two. Oh, look at that foil. You'll have to forgive me too if I make a few sniffles and things. I am still recovering from a nasty bit of sickness, which resulted in me having to go have a COVID test, which I'm happy to say I came back negative. So that's very exciting. Look at that. Oh, see, look, all the different symbols, magic, dice galore. Now, I will say the unboxing of this is not going to be a long one because there's never a lot in the box. You've got the dice here. Ooh. The dice, they look... Well, they're meant to be red, excuse me for the sniffles, but they actually have, I don't know if the camera's going to do it justice, a little, like a little tint to them. So there's a darker swirl, not a swirl as such, but like a darker pigment. So it's like that burgundy red, but it's like a deeper burgundy red in the core. So as you get to the edges of the die, it actually looks a bit, I don't know, I don't think the camera's going to do it justice. And they work. Very important to test your die. I still always look at this and I go, Deathly Hallows. I don't know why. We're a Harry Potter family in this household as well, so there you go. So I love the space for extra decks and tokens and things in these boxes, which is very awesome. So you can put token trays and things in here. Then you've got your dice tray, depending on the deck that you've built. And you can effectively have two decks in the one box, depending on the dice components that you need. So you could have, I suppose you could have extra dice in there if you need to, if you wanted to mix and match. But the time dice are fantastic. And then, of course, what we've all come to see, which is, of course, that's cool too, because you could take this component out and have extra deck trays put in there. I don't know, the mechanics and the way they've set it up is just brilliant, really, really lovely. Let's have a look at the cards. There's not a little, is there a tab to pull on these things? Because that's what we're all here for, isn't it? We're here to look at the cards, not to hear Matt talk rubbish. So we're going to get my friend here. We've had an unprecedented hot snap here in Melbourne as well. More plastic goes on the floor. So yeah, it's been very, very muggy and very, very sweaty, and working in this studio with all the doors and windows closed to try and dampen the noise is proving to be potentially damaging to my health, but that's okay. Jericho Phoenixborn of the Forfeited Throne, Battlefield 7, Spellboard, Battlefield 7. Wow, a lot of stuff on the field, and 17 health points. Prepare, search a draw pile for one card, set it aside. Now on the back there you've got the full art as well, which is just awesome. She means business. I love that. Then you got Blink, which is an action spell, discard. And that, again, the artwork blending through things is very cool. Remove a target unit from the game, which means it can't be damaged. At the end of this turn, place it back onto its owner's battlefield, so it just disappears. You can phase through it to do attacks, which is cool. Summon a Time Hopper. There's your spellboard books, I guess. Turtle Guard. Foresight. During the draw card step, you may draw one additional card. Ooh, nice. Look at the top two cards of the player's draw pile. So look at your opponent. You got Accelerate. Draw one card. Change 2 dice in your active pool to a side of your choice. And you can take 2 additional side actions this turn. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Ashes, first of all, what are you doing? Get on board. You get to take a main action and a side action each turn, and then play passes to your opponent. And you keep going back and forth until you can't do anything else. And then you recharge and start a new round of play by re-rolling dice, etc. And the dice are used to pay for certain symbols and abilities on the cards. It's the Standard Bearer, who is blind, because why not? March him into battle, Swift Messenger. After a unit comes into play onto an opponent's battlefield, you may play this unit from your hand without paying its main action cost. Wow. So you wait for someone else to play a character and they say, bang, there's an enemy for you to deal with, buddy. And you've got your Flash Strike reaction spell, Quick Strike. Extra pain and craziness, Outmatch. You may play this spell after an opponent declares attackers. I'm very excited to say too that with all these cards, first of all, you can always pause the video if you want to read the cards yourself. We are shooting in high def. Charlotte has been eyeing off my master set of Ashes and asking about all the dice because her dice rolling is much, much, much better than mine. So she's keen to play games that roll dice because she knows that she's a good chance to beat me. There's the Time Hopper. So the fact that she's interested means that I'm going to have someone to build decks with very soon, which is very, very exciting. I do like the fact that this guy is fearful and can't block, but when he comes into play, you get an extra status token you can put on another creature, which is awesome. This unit cannot attack. This unit may guard a unit that is being attacked. While this unit is exhausted, prevent all damage dealt to this unit from being received. Wow. And it has a strong life point as well. And there's your reference card for the symbol. Says your Turtle Guard can be used as turtle or time or the generic, and so on and so forth. Place one status token, then you may remove one status token from a target unit or spell, and it's the same on the back. Now, again, for those of you who haven't experienced Ashes, you've got your spell card deck, which is the black cards, and then you've got the normal deck cards for Ashes. Now, this deck is ready to play out of the box, but what I'd like to know is, folks, if you're waiting on this set, or if you have this set, if you're lucky enough to have it, you may have ordered it from OS, can you please let me know what builds you're making? What builds are you making? What are you most excited to do with your time dice? Do you have a favorite Phoenixborn? With a couple of extra little expansion decks on their way out in the not too distant future, it'll be really, really exciting to actually get some Ashes to the table. And who knows, maybe we'll be able to get some gameplay videos happening too. Let's come out and we'll give you some first impressions. So there it is, the unboxing of Jericho Breaker of Fate expansion for Ashes Reborn, Rise of the Phoenixborn. I am digging this deck box. I really like it. It's my new favorite, and that's fantastic. Thank you very much. The card play and mechanics of Ashes are so simple, and admittedly it's a game that looks quite complex to learn, but once you have a few turns, you'll pick it up in a snap. It's really, really easy. So I think this is a game that a lot of people look at and go, ooh, dice and cards and deck building and stuff. It's crazy. Use the pre-built decks. That's what they're there for. You can literally get the decks, little expansion pack decks, rather than buying, well, I suppose, if you get a master set, you've got 6 Phoenixborns you can use out of the box, and you can mix and match. You can check out our Ashes review, sort of a micro review, how to play buyer's guide, I should say, up over here. And that'll give you a bit of an overview about the different products that are available. If you're an Ashes veteran, what sort of changes there are. You can buy the upgrade kit for Ashes 1.5, and that's going to be enough for you. Then, of course, there is the new little mini expansion decks that are on the market as well. So they've just started to bring out a few extras too. But Ashes, I do think that Ashes isn't getting the love that it should here in this country yet. But I guess the demand for it is happening all the time. There was plenty of demand for the Breaker of Fate expansion, I can tell you that much. What's exciting is all the deliveries arrived, and they've pretty much all gone right out the door again, which is fantastic. We do still have 1 or 2 units still available, so if you want to get your hands on a Breaker of Fate, by all means, jump on the website now. But I think what we're going to have to be doing is maybe a bit of a learn to play. We tried this back in 2020 and again in 2021, but something got in the way, so I don't know if we'll be able to do it this year or not. We'll see how we go. We was trying to start some learn to play nights where we're going to have a couple of different games set up, a couple of different copies, and a couple of different tables, and you can literally come in, have a learn to play, and then duke it out. So we're going to be doing Villainous, Ashes, we're going to be doing Marvel Champions, we're going to be doing Arkham Horror, some crazy stuff that was going to be in play. I think we're even going to do Star Wars Destiny at one stage, which is sadly no longer with us. But on Ashes and Ashes Reborn, this is only going to get better. So if you haven't got on board, by all means, grab a couple of decks, have a mess around with it. You'll find that you really like it. It's really easy to pick up and play. And once you know that you can mess around with your opponent's dice and change the results to stop them from casting bigger and nastier spells, if you love Take That, like Keyforge, you're going to love this. It's fantastic. Look, check it out. Well, maybe we'll get some playthrough videos once Charlotte's got on board. As always, thank you very much for our Patreon subscribers for your support. Really appreciate that. If you like this video, folks, if you want to see more Ashes stuff, you can check out the videos on our channel. By all means, smash that subscribe button as well. Give the video a like, and let us, by all means, tap that notification button so you stay in touch whenever we post any new videos. Plenty more to come, folks. Lots more crazy unboxings, playthroughs and things as well. We are trying to get through more playthroughs and reviews for you this year. That's on the cards for 2022. Until then, make sure you get out there, play more games, get back to the table. We'll see you there very soon. Until then, bye for now.